the vlog and peak week. So this is peak week. There's going to be pretty much just one big long video. There may just be a show day video. There may be a day before peak week video. Not 100% sure what I'm actually going to do here, but just got to keep it down a little bit. Alana's still sleeping. Woke up this morning and it was pissing down rain, so I had to jump on the walking pad, just did 4K steps, set the tripod up. Was playing a little bit of Nintendo Switch, just had it leaning on the tripod, and then put a video up on my phone, just had it up there. It's the first time in 24 weeks where I've thought to fucking do this, so I don't know why I haven't been doing it when I've been jumping on, but nonetheless, we're going to get into the kitchen. We're going to make meal one, and then get on with the day. Wrapped up my meal one, and also just wrapped up a fantastic podcast with Austin Stout and Michael. So we had Austin Stout on probably about a month ago. The podcast actually coincidentally just came out today. So that was the first episode. We've run a second episode with him. The first episode was just talking about like genetics and epigenetics and just all that kind of thing. Whereas this time we talked about something that's probably a little bit more, I guess, simplified, and it's just something that people can sort of relate to a little bit more. We spoke about nutrition. We spoke about cardio as well through preps and the adaptations for it and how we sort of operate around it. We talked about refeeding too. There were so many things in there that I feel like, from a perspective, can really hook people in to listen to the podcast, because it was actually quite good, and there's probably a lot you can take away from that and get a little bit more of an understanding. Obviously, metabolic adaptations and all that kind of thing as well. So that was just wrapped up. It's about 9:30 now. I had my meal prior to jumping on that podcast. I just did the usual 200 grams of egg whites, 100 grams of raspberries, 100 grams of green beans. So the diet is pretty stock standard for the next couple of days. Yesterday I did my normal day. We're sitting around about 1,670 calories, give or take, on training days. 1,450 on non-training days. So on Sunday I did that non-training day. Then 1,680 yesterday, 1,680 today. It'll be 1,680 tomorrow. And then Thursday we go back down to the 1,400. And then the load starts Friday. So we're running 2-day load. And we'll go from there. But obviously you're going to see that throughout like this vlog sort of episode. You'll see what we're doing, what the food's sitting at and all that kind of thing. I'll chuck in a few, meals of me eating and sitting around doing all that kind of thing. Steps still at 15K. We've still got the same, protocols pretty much going to run throughout the entire process. So I do have to go shopping and get a whole bunch of foods for like the peak week at some point too. So I've shopped up until Wednesday. So I still need to get my food for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've got a nice list on my phone there that I need to go through. And yeah, just going to chip away at some work. I'll probably have a meal I'll probably start cooking a meal in about 20 minutes. And then that's probably it. What am I doing training today? I've moved gyms. I'm training at Doherty's in Brunswick. Obviously I've moved homes as well. This will be a different environment. I've just realised that. But I'm training at Doherty's now. The only problem with Doherty's is I can't take the tripod with me. They're banned tripods because I don't know why. I guess it's a flex or I don't know, something like that. I think it's silly to be banning tripods at a gym purely because I feel like it's a good opportunity for free marketing for people. But nonetheless, we'll go there. Maybe I'll just try and get some clips with my phone, just leaning on something or whatever. And then, yeah, today is pull. And then tomorrow is arms. Thursday's rest, Friday's pump session, Saturday's rest, Sunday show day. So, look forward to that. Next meal, we'll see you there. So, meal 2, pretty boring. 250 grams white fish. It's about 150 cucumber. What I've done is I'm dividing my cucumber up into smaller portions. So recently I've been doing 200 grams in 2 meals, but now I'm trying to divide it up in a lower amount across more meals, because I'm finding when I have too much of it, because of the water that it does carry, I find that it does bloat me a little bit, which is a little bit weird. Obviously, I'm watching a Kuba challenge video right now. So I really like watching Kuba's videos just because from a training aspect, I do get a lot out of it and I learn a lot more. He's really good at breaking it down. He's really good at simplifying these things as well. So if you're anyone that likes watching YouTube videos while you eat and you sort of want to educate, but also like enjoy a video and enjoy content, Kuba's really good for that because he'll give you a lot of hot tips and yeah, just get a lot out of it. It's like hardcore. He's a fucking bodybuilder. He's a fucking good coach. Like, can't say much else. But yeah, we're going to get this meal in. Then we're going to have a pre-workout meal, get to the gym. The next clips you probably see might be just some training clips. It's probably not going to be so much another meal, just because there's going to be plenty of meals for you guys to see over this next little period. Good morning. So this is day 2. I'm going to make this quick because I'm walking on a main road this morning and it probably is quite loud from the cars driving past. But coffee acquired. Doing about 4Ks this morning. I tell you what, yesterday, after probably the last clip you saw, the day went pretty downhill. I got to the gym. Coincidentally, one of Michael's clients, Jude, was training, and I just messaged him because I saw that he was training, and he asked to train with me, and I said, "Yep, I'm just training. I'm training a couple reps in reserve at the moment, so as per the plan. But I'll train with you. Like, you can push it still just as hard." He's about 2 weeks out. I'm 1, so it's one of those things. I was just like, I'm probably not going to push as hard as you, and we still got the session done. Felt okay. Got to the end of the session. It was just like I shit the bed. Like, I was just exhausted. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video at all yesterday, but I actually dropped 1 kilo overnight yesterday. And by the time I'd gotten to like after training, it's like, yeah, I knew I dropped 1 kilo. Like, I was feeling it. So, food isn't exactly high. We're on like 1,650 calories or something like that training days. So I don't have a lot to play with. I'm doing I'll show you my pre-workout meal later on. But it's just one of those things now where last day of 1,650, tomorrow is a low day. It's also the last day of 15,000 steps. So right now, I've obviously moved houses, like I said in the clip before. The area that I'm in now has a lot more hills than the last area that I was living in. The last area I was living in was quite flat, so it was quite nice. But this one's a little bit hilly, so the walks are a little bit more of a struggle. So maybe that's why I dropped 1 kilo over the night. But nonetheless, we just keep ticking away. Like I said today, what's the plan of attack? Obviously eat my meals, do my work. We'll train, steps, and I'm going to get a massage today as well, just like legs, my scapulars, so like my shoulder blades. Because what actually happens is when I go for walks, because I'm on my phone or clicking away or playing Pokemon Go or whatever I'm doing, my arm's up all the time, even filming right now, my arm's up all the time, so my shoulder blades fuck up a little bit, and it's on me, but at the end of the day, what else am I going to do? So I'm going to get a massage, just walk home, and then we should be good. So, as aforementioned, I think that's the right word I'm using. Look at me trying to sound all smart. Feeling quite average today. Really just trying to take it easy. I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm not trying to rush any of my meals. I've cooked pretty much all my fish for the day, which, lost the green bean. So that's all done and dusted. It's just a matter of sort of taking my time and just not absolutely flogging myself today. So what I'll probably do is I'll eat this meal, I'll do a couple more check-ins, and then I am going to probably go for a bit of a walk. I hate when the stems get in it. Go for a bit of a walk just after this meal, just to digest a little bit. And then overall, I think we should be good for the pre-workout meal. So this meal isn't pre-workout, so it's not that poverty yet with no carbs or anything like that. This meal is just like my second meal of the day. So keeping it as stock standard as I can. Just literally going green beans. I know they digest well. I've got my white fish there. All my salt's weighed out for the day, so it's 10 grams of salt for the day. What I'm going to do is I cook the fish in the oven. I'm going to pull them out, break them up, put them into this pan, give them a bit of a toss. Because the green beans are frozen, they release a little bit of liquid, so it sort of gives it a little bit more moisture. And then we'll get this meal down, and then we should be good. You can probably tell right now, like, I've got fucking zero to me. So this is the reality of prep. Like I said earlier this morning, dropped 1 kilo over that night, and it's just like it's fucking hit me. And it sounds like, to most people, that sounds so stupid. You just be like, what do you mean? Like, fucking grow up. But it's one of those things where you do feel it when shit like that happens. So just going to push through. I was literally sitting there and I was like, fuck filming a YouTube video, fuck doing that. As you can tell by all my swearing right now as well, it's a lot more than frequently. But actually not really, if anybody that knows me knows I swear a lot, but it's just one of those things where I was like, you know what, this is the reality of a prep. Like, it gets harsh, it gets hard at this point. It's not easy. A prep isn't easy, and there's a lot of people that fall out of preps and they can't essentially hack it. Like, it's just one of those things where I personally think I've had a pretty easy prep. I haven't had to dig super hard, purely because I'm doing physique. My legs don't need to come in, so I don't really need to push as hard in that sense. But like, the beauty of me not like needing to worry too much about my legs is I push step count up or I push cardio up, because if I lose a little bit of my legs, it's not an issue. I haven't really lost them too much. I've lost a bit of size, but it's just like, like the realities of it. Like, you feel shit. But you have your good days, you have your bad days, and you can't let this bring you down. And it is all about the journey, and you do get super fixated on things like food and all that kind of thing, and it's just, you can get through it. It's just it's a mindset thing. I feel very much, I personally think for myself, I have a level of expectations for myself that's super high. I also have a cohort of clientele and a cohort of competitors that are behind the team that need to see that I can do this. So it makes a bit of pressure on me, and that's why I refuse to slip up, and I haven't slipped up this entire prep, because I know there's eyes on me. There's 200 plus clientele's eyes on me that are seeing what I do pretty much every day, and I can't slip up, and I can't afford to slip up, because and it does sometimes feel like a little bit of pressure, but at the same time, that's what keeps me pushing, that's what keeps me going. I'm hardwired to it, and I'm just willing to push and slog. So next time you see me with a pre-workout meal, I'll explain it. It's a little bit shit, but I'm going to get this in, and then we should be good to go. I sound depressed in there. So here we have the pre-meal. We got about 200 grams of salmon, 70 grams of green beans. We got 4 rice cakes and about 5 grams of tomato paste. So usually, obviously, a little bit of fats, a little bit of veg, carbs, and potassium is the idea with the tomato paste there. So I just pulled out some of the veg. It's meant to be 100 grams of green beans, but I replace it with the tomato paste, just to also make those plain rice cakes taste a little bit better. Salmon a little bit higher in fat. Usually I do like a leaner cut of meat and dark chocolate, but because we moved over to just like fish, we were just like, let's just go salmon, omega-3s, we'll see what we can do. Something a little bit different. But yeah, gonna go watch a YouTube video, eat this meal, sit down, do a little bit more work for about 40-45 minutes, head off to the gym, and train some arms, baby. Let's go. Pulled up to the gym for arms. We're at Doherty's in Brunswick, the new stomping grounds for the time being while I've moved to the new home. But pre-workout going in, we got an RTD of Savage pre-workout that just leaked down my arm. I'm hoping that's water. And a scoop of Naughty Boy pump product and creatine. 2.5 grams. We've lowered the dose leading up until show day. Pretty much the session's going to look like this. Single arm preacher variation. Probably going to do the Panada preacher curl. Really like it. Really like the feel and the contraction. Then we're going with a single arm D handle push down into a behind the body cable curl, into cable crucifix tricep extensions. Then we're going to do a superset of the prime preacher curls. The superset is going to be loading in the shortened and then backing it up with loading in the lengthened. And then we're going to go straight bar push down supersetted with straight bar overhead extensions. So it's just getting a little arm pump, nothing too crazy, nothing too structured. I think it's just going to do 3 sets of the first 4, and then the superset's just going to be 2 sets each. So it should be pretty much in and out, 40 minutes or so. Walk on the treadmill, get some extra steps in, and then that'll be it. That'll be a wrap. Maybe we'll get some content of me posing. I don't know. Because by the time you're watching this, I've probably already competed, which means you've probably already seen photos of me because I went dark about 3 weeks ago. So it is now Thursday, the 4th of April. We are on the depletion day, so essentially this is my lowest calorie day, so it's about 1,400 calories. I'll put the macros up on the screen for the entire day here. So essentially so far what we've had, we did egg whites, green beans, and raspberries for breakfast. Meal 2 was 250 grams of white fish and cucumber. Next meal, same thing. I got 2 meals to go. Just smashing out work today, just getting everything done. I just sort of am cruising in. I'm trying not to think about being hungry and stuff like that. I do need to go for a walk and get some steps in because I've been lacking. Today we had a meeting this morning at 8:30. We were meant to have a meeting at 8:30, so I didn't go for a walk. I'm also prioritizing sleep at the moment. I'm not setting an alarm. I'm just letting myself wake up for the next couple of days whenever I wake up and go to bed whenever I go to bed. Shaved my body. Everything's good to go. I'm probably due for a haircut, potentially. We'll see how I go. I've got to shave my face as well. Tan is on Saturday, Arvo, but the load starts tomorrow. So 2 meals to go. I'll get those on film for you. One is a chicken meal, which I haven't had chicken in about 2 weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see how I digest it. And then we can at least make the call tomorrow whether to pull it out or not. And then last meal is salmon, asparagus, pineapple for the final meal. So got a podcast at 5 o'clock, filming a podcast with Phil Naselli and Rick Boundy. So that'll be really cool, just ranting, tangents, talking shit, business as usual. Got to go pick up some trackies that I ordered from the shops. I might even go get a massage soon, just because I feel like it's going to work out a little bit better anyway. So get that done, flush a little bit of the inflammation that's around the body and just see what we can do. But nonetheless, I don't know how much more footage of today I'm going to get. Tomorrow's the first high day. I might separate that into 2 videos. So I might do tomorrow and the day after as a video together. And then Sunday I'll do as a show day video. So who knows, I might get some more clips later and that might wrap up the video. But water intake is 4 litres today, all tracked. Sodium, all tracked. Supplements, last day of supplements was today. So that's that. And then from tomorrow we start doing H2 out by supplement needs, just to get a little bit of fluid out, but the water and the salt stays the same across the board for the next couple of days. So I'm going to keep that all the same, keep as many variations as similar as we can, and then just get after it from there. See you in the next clip. Woo! So, final meal of the day, 100 grams asparagus, 200 grams smoked salmon, and 100 grams of pineapple, which is going to get pulled out and eaten like a dessert in a second. But that will wrap up, I guess, the depletion phase of peak week. I'll probably allocate this so it's like depletion, load, show day. So that's what we're going to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It probably wasn't too much. It's just a lot of talking and sitting around and shit like that. But sometimes people enjoy that stuff. Tomorrow I'll try to get some clips from my pump session. I'll also get clips of my food and all that kind of thing as well with every meal, and run you through, I guess, why we're doing stuff, what it's there for, so on and so forth. And then the following day, obviously still loading, no training, tan, chill, etc. And then show day. That'll be a completely different video. So nonetheless, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, simple video, just thought I'd get something out, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the load.